Hi, everyone. Wishing all of you a very good evening. Thank you for joining in on a Wednesday evening. Super keen on hosting you. I am Praneeth. I'm the Associate Director at upGrad. I am with Dr. Sha from California State University, San Bernardino. I will, of course, introduce her in a little while, but we'll talk about studying your master's in a state like California, the kind of opportunities it has, the kind of internships it has, the kind of jobs it has, the kind of thriving industries it has, uh, the benefits and the merits of studying in a California State University system, one of the largest university systems in the United States. We are here with Dr. Sha, of course, who's a senior international program specialist at CSU. Dr. Shah will, of course, throw more light on, how lucrative is it to study in California, and economically, why does it make so much sense, and what are some of the jobs and internships that Indian students can pick up. And of course, we'll talk about a very unique arrangement, a very unique partnership, a very unique setup that upGrad and California State University San Bernardino have forged to make sure that we're making education for some of you super affordable, equitable, democratized, and that you have got more control than anyone else in your higher ed learning journey. So I'm just going to start a little bit. We'll wait about for a minute or two, and then I'll, of course, formally bring up Dr. Shah, and then she can introduce herself and the school. But it is also an open forum for someone who's planning to study in the United States, for someone who's planning a higher ed pursuit in the United States, for someone who's planning the next 5 to 10 years in the United States, deeply invested and seated and rooted in technological innovation or business innovation or new age fields like fintech and blockchain, cybersecurity, all of these new age emerging fields. So feel free to ask us anything, whether you're someone who's looking for a data science course, or someone who's looking for an MBA course, someone who's looking for a cybersecurity course, someone who's looking for a finance course, someone who's looking for a hospitality course. I know that Cal State's MBA has abundant specialized tracks, from supply chain to hospitality to analytics to marketing. And I think California as a state is such a large economy. I don't know how many of you know, but California is actually as large as the Indian economy. It's that huge, independently as an economy. And so also it's one of the centers and the core hotbeds of technological and business breakthrough. So any startup innovation, any startup evolution that you hear about in the technology world, in the science world, in the innovation world, always comes from Silicon Valley. And so that's something that is very dear to California. Especially, I'd also like you to know that San Bernardino is very close to the state of Arizona and Nevada. So that way you've got 3 extremely economically lucrative states in which, at the center of which you are going to be studying and taking up your higher ed pursuits. So I think it's a good time to start. I will introduce myself first. I am Praneeth. I'm the Associate Director at upGrad. We are going to be talking about our partnership with Cal State University, San Bernardino. And I think I don't even need to explain what California State University is, how big and how mammoth, how gigantic of a system California State University is. Everyone knows it. I think Cal State is a huge brand. But I genuinely want to introduce the kind of partnership that California State and upGrad have, which makes it easier for you to do your MBA or your data science or a cybersecurity course with us. And it's as low as about 13.5 lakhs when you go there. So we've brought down the cost to that extent that become extremely affordable for you. To push that context forward, I'll introduce Dr. Sha, who's an international program specialist, has been working in this field for over a decade now. Dr. Shah, the stage is all yours. I'd love for you to introduce yourself. I'd love for you to talk to students about how we've made this study affordable and what is California State University all about.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Pranit. My name is Sha. It's so nice to be here to introduce our partnership with upGrad and introduce the Cal State San Bernardino. It's my honor, and thank you so much for you taking your time being here. We start our partnerships just recently, like with upGrad. The reason why, because we understand that, planets upgrade, they want to bring more like opportunities back to the Indian to let more students have affordable and also the high quality of education. So that's we start the partnership. So my presentation, so you will see, just give a second. You will see why you think the California is the best destination for you to for you as a study abroad destination, and why choose the CUSSB, and how we the partnerships that we have to help you to get affordable quality educations. So I will just briefly start with introducing the Cal State San Bernardino. So you already know the Cal State University system is the biggest public university system in the United States. And we have 23 campuses across the entire California, from the Southern California to Middle California to the North California. So we is kind of like a home school for entire California. So we founded, and San Bernardino is one of the 23 campuses, and then we actually is the middle size. We founded in 1965, and we currently have over 19,000 students enrolled, including undergraduate and graduates, and about more than 500 are international students. So you can see among 500 international students, right now the top students is Indian students. And then it goes by the China's, Korea, and then we have almost 43 different countries coming to the San Bernardino for study with us. So we try to keep the class size small. That's why our faculty students ratio is like 1 versus 26. We try to give all the opportunity for students to interact with the professors. Here is our map. You can see CSU San Bernardino here. We are not in the LA, like Los Angeles, but we are east side of Los Angeles. It's about 1 hour to 1:30 hours to the LA. And then we are also close to the Las Vegas, is like Nevada State. It's about like a 3 hours driving distance. To the San Diego, it's about 2 hours. And then if you to the Bay, the Silicon Valley, it's about 5 to 6 hours. So we're actually very convenient place. The school is located in the by the foothill of the mountain. So the campus itself is very quiet, safety, and nature. But because our location, you can start in a quiet space, but at the same time, you can enjoy the vibrance of the Southern California and also the other opportunities across the entire California and other states. So I know we have some students raised the hand, so I will answer your questions later after to finish the presentation. Thank you. So why you need to choose the CSSB? So first of all, we are like a national ranking among the systems. So just so you probably don't know, even though CSU California system have 23 campuses, but probably only 3 or 4 campuses have national ranking. And San Bernardino, we are one of them. So right now, we ranked 194 in National University by US News 2022 to 2023. And also we ranked top 100 among the top public school by the US News. So that's why I'm saying that we provide high quality of education for our students. And then the second reason is we're highly accredited program. So the MBA, our information system technology in the cybersecurity and the business analytics, they are all under our Jack Brown College of the Business. And then our business school is AACSB accredited. And only 5% of business schools are accredited worldwide. And then the third reason definitely is the location. So Brian has already mentioned that California has a very strong like economics. So actually, if you think the California's economic as a country, we actually, I think it can be the 5th or the 6th as a country economics. We can beat some countries like Brazil or like Japan or Korea. So we have very strong economics. And also, you know that we have a lot of high-tech companies in the California, especially in the Silicon Valley. So those will provide a lot of internship and job opportunity for you. And also, if you came to the United States before, you will notice that California is a very diverse state. You will see here they have people from the different ethnic groups and have more different countries. So it's more diverse and friendly than other states, especially the middle states. The fourth reason that why you need to choose the CSUSB, especially because we offer this opportunity through the upgrade that will provide 9 units transfer, which will save your tuition. We just like calculated that if you take the courses with the upgrade, after you transfer the 9 units, it will save you at least $1,722 in tuition. Plus, you will save at least 1 semester of a living cost. So for the living cost, I will give you the breakdown later, like how much you will save. But in total, you will really like save like a $20,000, even $30,000 by taking the classes with upgrade and transfer to the CSUSB. So the last reason that why you choose the CSUSB is that it's a moderate cost of living. So we actually, San Bernardino County, where our school located, is the low cost of living in the under the California average. At the same time, we are one of the most affordable counties in Southern California. So comparing to other places like say Long Beach, LA, Pomona, living in San Bernardino, the living cost will be cheaper. And so with our competitive price, we still provide high quality of education, so which is really important.
Dr. Shah, I just had a few questions to ask on this. So
yes,
I know you mentioned that they will save 9 units worth of tuition. I just wanted to also make them understand that every degree at Cal State, more or less, is going to be between 36 to 42 credits or units. And so our students get 9 units as transfer. So what they're expected to cover is anywhere between 27 to 33 units on campus, but they end up saving a lot of tuition fees. It almost comes down to 2/3. So almost 60, all down to about 65 or 66%. And then, of course, Cal State gives up to 4,000 USD of scholarship based on your merit. What I'm saying is that this becomes a very affordable degree. You can actually, of course, your study duration gets lower by 6 months, but on top of it, you can also avail scholarships based on your merit. The fact that it's an AACSB school, and from India, you also start with an AACSB school from upGrad. So throughout, even if you're working right now or you're a recent graduate, you can start in India and immediately move to Cal State. And I'd give it back to Dr. Shah. Meanwhile, Dr. Shah, we've got 2 questions here. Are we going to 3 years of OPT?
Yes. So we are offered OPT after this. So in the past, this is not the STEM major. But we are submitting the certification for the I-20. So we are like right now we are like submitting to change this to the STEM major. So if it's approved, then it will become the 3 years OPT. But as of now, it's a 1 year OPT after the graduation.
Dr. Shah, the MSIST remains a STEM course, right?
So that's what I'm saying, that right now it's not, but we are submitting the request to change it to STEM. So once it gets approved, it will become the STEM major and become the 3 years OPT.
And the same holds true for the MBA?
MBA wouldn't. MBA will be the 1 year. And the business analytics and the cybersecurity, that's what we request to become the STEM.
Got that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
We'd love for you to show us the kind of specializations that the MBA has, because I can see someone asking, do we have a digital marketing specialization?
Okay, yeah. So I will show you that later because I need to go to the website. It's a lot, the concentrations. And then after the presentation, I can show you where you can find all the courses, all the majors that we offered at CSSB. Okay. So, oops. Yeah, so here is why you want to choose if you're interested in business analytics and cybersecurity. So I just pulled out some like data in the like the labor statistics. So if you say the statistics is from the US Bureau of the Labor Statistics, so you can see for business analytics salary, the median average for the salary is 98,614 per year. So if you count it by hour, it's 47 per hour for the salary. And then on this chart, you will see this is the annual salary by each county in California. So in California is a huge state, so we have a different county and different city. So we break down to see by different county, city, what's the average annual salary for people who are working in the business analytics like field. And in the right side, you will see that is for the cybersecurity students who graduate from the cybersecurity major. Those are some of their like job. Let's say they can be the cybersecurity analyst, IT auditor, IT engineering, and other like a job. And that is their average salary after they graduate within the field. So you can see they are all about like 10,000 dollars per year for the average for the annual like salary. I'll just give you another statistic. The median income for the California family household actually is about like $70,000. So you can see people who work in the cybersecurity and business analytics, actually their annual personal income is high above than the household average income. So which means this two like a field is really good, like have a good job with a good like a compensation. So that's really, and also this STEM have more opportunities than others. So for example, for the business analytics, you can be the data scientist, you can be the consultants. So you can work in different field. You don't just need to work in the high tech like Nevada's or the Apple, but you can work with all other fields because all the companies and they need to do some marketing, they need to data to support their company's operation. So they need a business analytics. And the same, all the company, they need IT and they need network engineering to help them for the IT infrastructure. So you just have a lot of opportunity if you graduate from this field.
Dr. Shah, we have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Nish is asking, please let me know what are the courses available below 15 lakhs. So yes, So for our students, the MBA at California State and the MS IST, the MS Information System Technology in data science, or say in business intelligence and cybersecurity, both of them are available in that price bracket, Vignesh. And then, Shah, we have a question for you. How many months do you have to study in India? So, Fardeen, you study 8 months in India through the Triple IT Bangalore graduate certificate, and then you transfer to California State with 9 units. Yes, it will be online for working professionals, Fardeen. Yes. You pay 4 lakhs in India. So, I had completed 4 courses in part-time MBA in California State, Los Angeles during 2002 to 2004 when I was working in LA. Can I transfer these courses to Cal State San Bernardino and get credits? Shah.
So that's unfortunately no. So even though we are in the same system, but the graduation, I mean the master degree program is not transferable. So unfortunately, you couldn't.
Got that.
That's why important to have the partnership with kind of like a break that make sure that your units can transfer.
Thanks, Shah. Then there's someone, Viha Shah, called asking, what are the data science master's courses? So we've got an MS Information System Technology in Business Intelligence and Analytics. That's the analytics course that Shah was just talking about, with salaries over 100,000 USD per year. That's the course that we have at California State. And then there's one student that says, I've completed my graduation by 2009. Till 2018, I've been working, and then I've started my business software company. With this profile, will I be able to apply to MBA? So your GMAT will be waived off if you come from a NAC A school. You will have to let Dr. Shah and I know where have you graduated from, and we can waive off your GMAT.
Yeah. So also, if you need to graduate with 3.0 or higher GPA from the graduate school. It can be a CSB, can be NCA. So Pranit is right. So you should let him or let me know that which like university you get your bachelor degree.
Thanks, Dr. Shah.
Yeah. So I will continue.
Just one more question that they have.
Yes.
How many backlogs are acceptable?
So we don't so I mean, like for the US, so people always ask what's how many years of the backwards, like the gap years they have. Actually, for the United States, we don't care about how many years you graduate, you work, and then you want to re-enter for the university for the higher advanced degree. So we don't count any gap year. So if you graduate 15 years ago or 5 years ago, to us, we treat you the same. That wouldn't be the gap year, wouldn't be our admission factors.
Got that. Thanks. There's someone asking, what is the fee? So the likely fee of the 27 credits is more or less going to be somewhere around 14,000 USD, about 14.396 USD. But the price in India that they pay is about 4 lakh rupees for the 9 units, and about 14,000 US dollars in America, closely about 12.5, 13 lakh rupees that they eventually pay Umang. Can we apply for CPT? So, Dr. Shah, is there any internship component in these courses?
So no. So for the CPT is no, but this the CPT is, you think about that. If you apply the CPT, it will reduce your years of OPT. So if you have already applied 3 years of a CPT, then after you graduate, you wouldn't get the OPT. That's the thing. So if you have 1 year CPT completed, and then after graduate, if once we approve that as a STEM, then you only have like 2 years OPT. So total years for the CPT and OPT that put together is the same. You wouldn't get like 3 years of CPT, then 3 years OPT. And then also for these 2 courses, there's no like CPT available because this is not like a practical kind of like a training program that will give you the like some internships immediately after you enrolled in the program. So what we do, our students do, is they will find OPT after the graduation.
Thank you, Dr. Shah. You may continue the slide deck.
Okay. Yeah, so for the students' life, we just have a lot of like students' activities on campus, and then here just introduce some like campus resources for facilities. This is our students' gym, and they have all the equipment and the recreation facility for you to use, and it's free. They also have the swimming pool. They have some like fitness classes, and it's all free. And then by the Students Recreation Center, they also offered adventure trips where they will take students to the other states or in the California to do some like fun stuff, like kayaking, the snowboarding, the camping, hiking. So here I will just show some pictures that what our students went to with our the adventure trips. It will have actual charge, but it's way cheaper than you to go to by yourself or go with some like a tourist company. So with these adventure trips, it's very fun if you have time during the weekends or break. So this is our students' commons students union. This just opening last March. And then it's all for students. They have free bowling and a game room for the students, entertainment room. And then they always have a variety of the events happening in this building. And the career service. So we have a career center on campus. So where the career center will do the career counseling, and then they also do the editing your resume, mock interview, and then they'll organize the career fair for the students, and then provide internship networking opportunity for our students. And then sometimes they'll organize the Insight to Industry program that will take our students to some industry, to some company to observe their daily work and to give you ideas about how the industry looks like. So here is the 9 units transfer. So also you can get ideas about what courses you will complete with the upgrade, and after you transfer, what courses you will complete for the degree. So this one is for the cybersecurity. So you can see in the first semester, 6th month, with the upgrade, you will take 9 units. So those 9 units, you probably will take more courses than this, but those courses will transfer to us. Excuse me. So that is the 3 courses that will transfer: application security, and network security, and information security. So everything about cybersecurity. And after you transfer, so for this major, the total units, you need to complete 27 units at San Bernardino. And then you will see the courses that you will complete. So foundations of analytics, big data, business system, information system, cybersecurity, and so some other remaining courses that you complete. So here, so for as I know, a lot of Indian students, after their first semester, they probably take 6 or 9 units. But after they get familiar with the school, with the teaching methods here, they probably take like 12 units per semester. And then they might be finish their study in 1.5 years. So if that, then you can graduate early. That save your living cost here, and then you can start finding job and then working in the United States if you finish that. But if not, then it just takes to another I wouldn't say 2 years because you can still take courses during the summertime, and then it's also safe during the summer. Take classes in the summer is cheaper, so it's also help you to save some tuitions. And then this, okay.
Dr. Shah, what's the cost per unit at Cal State?
So I will talk about that. So per course, including the non-residential fee, is about 14,000 per unit. I will show the total cost in the later slide. I have that slide prepared.
You mean 1,400? Yes, right.
Yes, yeah, 1,400, yeah. So this is for the business analytics major. So you can see you'll take some courses through the upgrade, and then the 9 units and will transfer, which is data toolkit, machine learning, and advanced database and big data analytics. So these 3 courses will transfer to us. And this major is a 33 units major. So that means after 9 units transfer, you only need to take 24 units at San Bernardino. And then again, this is all the courses that you want to take. Some core major courses, the business and concentration courses, and then some other like experience, come on, more like practical skills courses. So yeah, so you can take a look at that is how the curriculum or the pathway design for the partnership with upGrad. And then here is the tuition. So this tuition per year, 2 semester, we are in the semester system. And then for 12 units for 1 year, the tuition and fees, that's fees means the non-residential tuition fee, which you can think about the fee for international students. So it's around the 16,963. So we roughly like calculated, I think per unit is around like 1,400. I'm sorry, yeah, I probably say 14,000, 1,400 per unit. And then for the living expenses, this living expenses is for you living on campus, and including the meal plan that you will eat on campus. So for 1 year is 13,500. So I know some students they will live off campus and share room with the roommates with other students, and then your living cost might be cheaper. So this is just estimate cost for you living on campus. And then the health insurance, that is a mandatory fee. All international students must purchase the health insurance. So that is for 1 year is the 1,900. And then book supplies, transportation, personal expenses, that is kind of like a flat rate. I mean, the flat rate like a fee, because this is all the personal expenses. So if you can find cheaper books, or the professor doesn't need a book, they will provide all the books things in the PDF, then will be free. So this is not these 3 fees is not mandatory fee. So the only mandatory fee that you pay to school is tuition and health insurance. And on-campus housing is not mandatory. You are you can optional to choose live off campus. So we just want to have an idea that how much it will cost you to study at San Bernardino for 1 year. We just put that together. It's around 37,723. That's why I'm saying that if you go through the 9 units transfer pathway, just think about 1 semester, you will save about like 18,000 for you, include tuition and the total cost, probably even more. Do you want to add something, Brandon?
I actually just wanted to emphasize on what you said, that I think now we'll realize, or now all of these students on the forum will realize, that every single unit that gets transferred, it saves them 1,400 USD per unit. So about 9 of them would help them say about 12,500 USD as the saving amount. And of course, like you said, first semester of living gets saved. I know some of them are asking you about scholarships. I know that's the next slide, so I will let you present the next slide.
Yeah, so we do have scholarships for our international students. And then this is, we have different types of a scholarship. So for example, we have the presidential scholarship for the graduate students is a 4,000 per year. And then you can renew it. What I mean renew it, that you have to, it's not like automatically renew, but you just have to submit the application again. And then we have this is the Asian Faculty Association scholarship. The amount is various, like year by year, but we do have that. And then we have International Honor Society scholarship, and then we have ASS scholarship, $5,000 for the international students. And for each department, each college, they have like college-specific scholarship. And then the amounts will be varied from like a 600 to like $2,000. So they have a lot of scholarship available for international students. But just remember, the scholarship is not come with your admission. So you have to do the separate application for the scholarship after you admitted. So after you admitted CSSB, and then you are like decide to enroll into CSSB, then you can apply the scholarship. And now how to apply the scholarship, then you need to go to our CSU SB financial aid website and to fill up the application. And then if you have questions about scholarship, you can always email our international admission for more information, because the scholarship is a little bit competitive. Sometimes it depends on how many applicants they apply for the scholarship. So sometimes they have no people to apply for that scholarship. Sometimes they have a lot. So it's kind of very tricky whether you will get the scholarship. But if you have high GPA, and then writes, and they also need a personal, sometimes they need a recommendation letter. So if you have a high GPA, have a good recommendation letter, you have a good chance to get the scholarship. And besides the scholarship, you can also work on campus. As an international student, you couldn't work off campus, but definitely you can work on campus up to 20 hours per week. Right now, the minimum rate, like wage for the student job, I think is a 15 or 16 per hour. That's minimum wage, depending on the positions, what you get. And then you can work in our college as a front desk, as an international mission student assistant. You can work in the bookstore, cafeteria, and or you can work in the department. So if you are the graduate, you probably have more opportunity, because you can apply as a graduate assistant, research assistant. So there are other like opportunities as well on campus. And also we have kind of like a food bank on campus. The food bank means that they will provide the free food for our students. I know that every beginning of the semester, they will open for food bank. And then I think every 2 weeks, I cannot remember how frequently they open the food bank, but I saw a lot of our international students go to food bank and then to get some food and other like essential facilities for their living. So we do have other program, other way besides scholarship to help students to make our education more affordable.
Sha, I just wanted to add something. There's someone who asked me, could you please let us know more about the visa process, how not to be disqualified as a potential immigrant? So now, It's super simple. You put an application to California State, they approve it. You submit the confirmation of funds, you show them how much funds you have, you show them everything else that they require, including your IELTS scorecard or whichever language test you've taken. And they send you an offer letter and they send you an I-20 when you pay a block. Now, with the I-20, you're supposed to, of course, the I-20 only gets released when you are able to showcase the amount, demonstrate the amount of funds that you need for 1 year. And then you get a service number or the service ID made for you. You apply for the US visa. The demonstration of your candidature depends on how academically ready you are, how financially sound you are, where are you in terms of your career. If you're a fresh grad, have you been working, or are there any gap years? And frankly, what is the motivation for you to study? Now, I can't talk too much, and I'm sure Dr. Shah can't talk too much about visa on this webinar, but what we can tell you for sure is with upGrad, because you do an 8 months online certification first that gets you transferred for 9 units, you have the potential to showcase yourself as an academic, with respect to academic readiness, that you're you're fully ready and that you've just completed a graduate coursework and now you're moving to California State to complete the remaining coursework. So academically, you have a sound candidature. Second, your financial liability comes lower, right? Because you save money. So the amount of funds that you will show or the funds that you need to actually graduate are much lesser. Third, I think the fact that if you're coming from a field outside of data science, but you're going for an MSI IST business intelligence, or you're coming from a non-business degree but going for an MBA, the initial coursework gives you an impetus that, hey, I just finished a good enough graduate coursework in management and it makes me suitable for this course. Or I've just finished a long graduate coursework in data science, and which is why I picked up a business intelligence course. So it makes you relevant in terms of from your background. It acts like a conduit or a bridge. So all these three things address the fact that you're a good candidate to go and study in the United States. I'll let Dr. Shah add to it if she wants to, but I think that's what makes you a good candidate for the US visa.
Yeah, so I couldn't explain the visa process more because Brian has already have very clear explanations on the visa. So definitely for the visa, one of the most important factors affect you whether you get the visa is what's your purpose going to the study in the United States. That's what the ambassadors and the ambassadors they are looking at. So you show them you are academic ready, and then your purpose go to the United States study for that field, not for other reason. And also you're financially ready, then you are more likely to get the visa.
That is it,
Okay.
Doctor. I think you answered the rest. Someone asked part-time assistants. Yes, Dr. Shah just answered that. What are the kind of roles that you get on the campus? GA, TA, RA, in the cafeteria and the library. There are other things that you get. And so I hope we answered you there.
Yeah. So then I will continue. So admission requirements. Okay. So to be get admitted into these two majors, so this is the admission requirements. So first of all, you need to have at least a 3.0 college GPA and earn a bachelor degree from the accredited institution. So here, accredited institution means by that you are accredited by the Indian government. So that is that means. And then the second is the GRE GMAT requirements. If your GRE the college GPA is below the 3.0, then you must have the GRE and the GMAT because it will help you. So we might admit the students GPAs above 2.5 with really good GRE or GMAT. But if your GPA is 3.0 and your bachelor degree from highly accredited, let's say for a graduate from the AACSB school or the NCAH like plus accredited institution in India, then we can waive your GRE and GMAT. That is why it's so important to have let Brandit and let us know that which university you graduate from and get your degree. And then the third requirement is that we are looking at your English proficiency score. So for the TOEFL, minimum is 79, like 80. And for the IELTS, it's 6.5. And for the Duolingo, it's a 110. And all the students must have English proficiency exam. So if you don't want to take English proficiency exam, we do have English language program, but that will be the extra cost. So it's like a 5,500 per semester. So I don't think like for the Indian students, the English proficiency, it will be the big problem because anyway, your English is really good. So just take the exam to get the passing score, and then you will meet the admission requirements. Okay, so I know for Indian, they have some like 3 years bachelor degree program, major degree, right? So you may ask if it's like 3 years bachelor degree will be applicable for the admission. My answer is a case by case. We need to look at where you get the 3 years the degree. If the 3 years bachelor degree is from the accredited university, we might take it. If not, then we wouldn't. So that's why I'm saying that case by case, we need to see your transcripts, like within the 3 years, what the courses you have complete. And then we also need to see your diploma to see where the 3 years bachelor degree come from. Then we decide if we can take 3 or not. But for 4 years bachelor degree, definitely we'll take it. And then here's the application process. So the application process is submit the CalState Apply, which is our online application, and then pay the $70 application fee. Unfortunately, the application fee couldn't be waived for international students. So all international students must pay the application fee, unfortunately. And then after, while you are filling up the application, make sure that you have all the required documents upload to the CalState Apply. So the documents including your official college transcripts and your bachelor degree diploma. And then since you are also transfer 9 units, make sure that you have IIBT college transcript, which is upgrade credits. If for MBA, then it's IIT, like a college transcript. So make sure that you also upload that. And then also your English proficiency score report, like TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo, upload that to the CalState. And then for departments, they need 200 to 250 personal statements why you want to study the English field. What's your motivation? What's your study plan? So on their website, they have more details about explanation. What's the personal statements they are expecting. And then the last is a financial affidavit form and a bank statement. Just Brandon explained that on the bank statement, you need to show at least you can cover the first year of tuition, which I just showed that is around like a 37,000 something. So if you have showing that you have at least like $38,000 on your bank, then we can use that to kind of like endorsement to issue the I-20. So for the financial affidavit form and bank statements, is the reason we ask for that is for the I-20 purpose. It's not for school requested. It's the USCIS that we need to make sure that you can cover at least the first semester of study to issue the I-20. So for the application, our next available application is for the fall 2024, which is here we opened the applications already in October 1st, 2023. and the deadline will be the June 1st, 2024. So if you are interested in, you can always, apply for the fall. And then we normally offer the spring and then the fall. So the next will be, if you are want to take more time to finish your a certificate program, then you can think about the spring 2025. So the spring application I forgot to put here, but remember our application always open for the spring is August, and then for the fall is October. That will never change. And then deadline for the spring is October the same year, October 30 the same year. So about 2 months application for the spring. And for the fall is always the June, starting the October 1st to the June next year. They're about at least a half year's application opened. So that all I would like to share today. So now I can focus to answering any questions that I haven't addressed.
Dr. Shah, I think we've got a couple of questions.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was looking at the questions. Could you please get a recording? Oh yeah, so that's the question for the Brandy.
I will, of course, send you guys the recording. I think one of the important one is, may I know what 3 GPA equivalent to Indian percent is? Joel, about 65% to 70% is typically a 3 GPA on the Indian scale. So you are way above, and so you qualify. If you're 67-ish% on your undergrad in engineering, you're okay. Plus, Dr. Lee, he has a 329 on GRE, so I'm sure he does qualify for the MS, IST, or the MBA, right?
Like what?
He got
Like
a
the
328.
3.0 GPA?
Yeah, he has a 3.0 GPA and a 328 on GRE, so I think he qualifies.
Yeah. Yes, that's definitely. So the minimum for GRE is a 298. That is minimum for the GRE. If the GMAT, the minimum score is the 470. So for the GMAT. So if you have 320, definitely you're eligible. Your GPA, your GRE score is okay. So I do see another student asking, do you have a pharmacy doctoring courses? So unfortunately, we don't. So we don't have a medical school. So that's why we don't have that.
Got that. Dr. Shah, I have resolved another 23, no, actually another 31 questions that we had gotten. We've almost answered all of them. I think for everyone, I can put down my email address on the chat box. Please ensure that you can send your documents if you want if you want to know about your scholarships and if you want to know about other details. But also, some of you asked me at what Indian percentage will you get the scholarship. So 3.8 GPA in America would be close to about 80% to 90% in your undergrad. So anyone between 80% to 85%. Dr. Shah, so I'm sure when they apply to you, you get a credential evaluation done, right, for them, and then you finally ascertain the equivalent GPA. So I just want all of you to know, so when you apply and if you're above 75%, there will be an academic credential evaluation that is done for you, on the basis of which then they decide how much waiver do you get. So you don't have to worry about it. But at this point, I'd love to take any questions that you guys have. Yeah, so Dr. Lee, can you open the slide which talks about the kind of job roles that you have?
Yes, yes, I will go back.
Because someone asking what kind of jobs can I expect?
So it's okay. Let's find it. Yeah, so here is the slide. So that was saying that if you are the cybersecurity, so those we just list the 4 here, but definitely you can have more jobs. Like for example, you can be the network engineering engineer for the cybersecurity major. So I can show you actually. I can show you. Okay, so okay, I just pulled out from my phone. So for example, if you're the business analytics, you can be the data analyst, business analyst, intelligence analyst, or the market research analyst, data consultants, or like HR data analyst. So anything that's like is a data related, you can apply for with your business analytics major. So now I will put up for the cybersecurity, and just give me a second. So for the cybersecurity, okay, here. So for the cybersecurity, so you can be the security specialist or the security administrator, the incident like a reporter, the ethical hacker, and also we list here IT auditor, the network engineer, or even become the IT, and because the bachelor degree, the master degree you will get is information system technology, IST. So they have a lot of work job on that for you. A fee for the program, I think we answered that. So I can show you the fee again. So max age, we don't have the age limits. So we even have some students, they are retired, but they want to take more courses because they feel boring at home. So like 50, 60, we do have students like that in the United States. So that's what I'm saying. So here, so this is the fee for the program for 1 year. So go back to the age question. So the age, the gap year, gender, those kind of things wouldn't be our factor for the admission. We don't count that. Yes, so here is the fee structure here. So just as I mentioned, the mandatory fee is tuition and health insurance. Living expenses, that is the average price that you live on campus. If you live off campus, share the rooms with other people and cooking yourself definitely will be cheaper. And then books and the supplies that you don't need to pay to school. Transportation is that like we estimate you probably need to, commute. And if you just live on campus or nearby, we do have the buses, and for the buses is free, but it just convenience for you to travel, let's say to Walmart, to those like close places, not nearby places. Not that for if you want to go to the LA, you take train. Definitely you can. But if you use the public transportation to go to further places, it will take long time. So unfortunately, in the United States, public transportation is bad. So just explain that. So personal expensive, just we estimate you may buy new clothes, buy a laptop, anything like that. So, that's some expensive. Speaking with the laptop, actually, we have the free rent laptop and iPad, the template for our students. So in each semester, our students can go to the library to rent the laptop. So they will give you the free laptop and then the iPads, I think, or template, I couldn't remember, but they will rent it for free. So they wouldn't charge you, or you wouldn't pay anything to get them. You just make sure that you maintain them, don't be stolen, and then maintain for good condition. So that is, so you can, and so you check out every semester. If you want to continue for the next semester, you can just renew it. So there's another of services that we provide to our students. So let's see. Let's see if we have other questions. The structure. Architecture. So unfortunately, we don't have architecture major. So yes. I think I'm answered all the questions. So we only probably have, it's already 6:30. And so if you want more questions, we can just wait a little bit.
Dr. Shah, I think we've pretty much answered everything. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming over. I think I have left my email address in the chat box, and they can definitely reach out to me for any questions that they may have for me at all. But thank you so much again. I think we're super excited to launch this incredible partnership with California State University San Bernardino for both of our courses, MBA and the MSIST, Business Intelligence and Cybersec, and look forward to sending you applications from some of these students. For anyone who's left with any questions, any doubts at all, please feel free to write to me on my email address. And I look forward to receiving your candidature, your profile, anything that you want to know about scholarships or GRE or GMAT. I'd love to answer that. Thanks again, Dr. Lee. Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure hosting you.
Yeah, thank you so much for organizing this webinars and invite me. And so it's so nice to talk with all the students. So just Brittany said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to him, or so he can reach out to me. So we would love to see you on campus. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yeah.
And I've also put down our website. So all of the programs that we have are listed on our website. So please feel free to explore them. California State was just launched, so of course it will take some time to go live on it. But for any queries, you should definitely come back to us. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.